All right, it's Monday. We like to play it every Monday. It's called Reaction or No Action. We've got plenty to get to with Game 1 of the NBA Finals. That's going to be Wednesday on ABC at 9 p.m. We got Monday Night Football to get to, but we begin with Reaction or No Action. Philadelphia and Cincinnati played to a delightful 23-23 tie yesterday at Lincoln Financial Field. Not the first time these two teams have played to a tie. 2008, you'll remember they played to a tie. Quarterback Donovan McNabb
figured some things out about the rules.
Didn't realize we could play to a tie in professional football, which caused quite a stir. How do you play for a tie in that situation? Doug Peterson punting late in the game rather than trying for a long field goal.
So I have a reaction to this game.
You do?
And it was... It was nauseous. It was, I mean, Peterson and the Eagles, Carson Wentz, should be embarrassed. With the way the season has started, this is just kind of the cherry on top to tie the Cincinnati Bengals. And I do think Cincinnati is a much better team and is going to keep getting better. Much better team this year is going to keep getting better week in and week out. Joe Burrow appears to be the real deal. But the fact that he didn't just try and throw a Hail Mary, the fact that he punted it, I'm sorry. Like, you are 0-2, and that's not going to sit well with your fan base. Like, just giving in to the tie. I don't think that plays well in Philadelphia, Joe. You know better than I.
It does not play well at all, but it does speak to the math-inclined Philadelphia Eagles. The tie got them an edge in the NFC East yesterday. Dallas lost, Washington lost, the Giants lost. I advocated for this last year, Thursday Night Football, Niners-Seahawks. Niners got too aggressive late. They ended up losing the game because they gave it back to Russell Wilson with too much time on the clock. Had they played for the tie, they wouldn't have had to go to Seattle and win in Week 17, which they did anyway. The big mistake here was Philadelphia 1st and 10 on the Cincinnati 41. A minute 26 to play in overtime. They only picked up 3 yards on 3 downs.
Right.
If you're playing for a field goal, you got to pick up a few yards here and there. You got to get closer.
And it's one thing to play for a field goal if you're playing for a field goal from the 21-yard line or the 11-yard line. You're at the 41-yard line and you're playing for a field goal. That's not a high percentage field goal kick. So there's no guarantee that trot out and try and make a 56, 57-yarder there that's going to go through. So just gross mismanagement by Doug Peterson and that offense at the end of the game, and a gross mismanagement of the first 3 weeks of the season, frankly, by Philadelphia.
Not a good day if you were a bird. The Eagles tied, the Cardinals lost, the pigeons on my roof got run. Hired pigeon people. They came out, they took care of the pigeons. They're gone. No more living underneath my solar panels.
What kind of offensive scheme did you have against those pigeons? BB guns or
money? Hire someone to come solve the problem for you. And the Falcons do it again. A 26-10 lead in the fourth quarter. They blow it again. Get this. First team in NFL history to blow a 15-point lead or greater in the fourth quarter in the same season. They've already done it twice. They've done it in back-to-back weeks. Can you bet on them at all under any circumstances this season the rest of the way out?
Maybe the best way to bet them is live bet them in the third quarter when they're up by 3 touchdowns and the opposing team has like plus 30,000 odds. Go hammer that and you'll win some big-time money on whoever that opposition is. But the reaction here is very plain and simple, Joe. Dan Quinn has got to go. Arthur Blank has got to just do some house cleaning, so to speak, down in Atlanta, because this is just unacceptable. If you're a Falcon fan, you're feeling some type of way. Again, your reaction probably similar to what I thought for Philadelphia fans. You're nauseous, you're sick, you want to vomit. That's how it feels probably to be a Falcon fan right now. So my reaction is, ugh, get Dan Quinn out of here. Let's run this thing back and start it over.
No more talk. Anyone who wants to tell me Matt Ryan's a Hall of Famer, I don't want to hear that anymore. He came of age in the pass-happy NFL. He's rolled up the stats. He has always had weapons at his disposal. He's a very good quarterback. Matt Ryan does not win, though, and Matt Ryan's the leader of this team. Late in that game when they needed to put a drive together to get down the field, to put points on the board, to keep Nick Foles and the Bears at bay, they couldn't do it. Nice quarterback, but you can't put him up there with Marino, with Elway, with Montana, with guys of that liking. Speaking of guys of that liking, Phil Simms. He's in the Hall of Fame.
He is.
He doesn't quarterback the Giants right now. That's Daniel Jones. And the Giants lost 36-9 against the Niners C squad on Sunday. That wasn't the worst of it. The Jets go to Indianapolis and get blown out. Yet again, they lose 30-26. Tell me something. 36-7. I am too busy looking at that Falcons score. I cannot get over the fact that they blew it again. New York sports. Is this the worst sports town in America right now? That might seem harsh, but the Mets, the Knicks, the Giants, and the Jets, New York City, not what it used to be, my friend.
Yeah, I got no action on that, though. The Yankees are bludgeoning people again back into the postseason. The football teams are garbage. There's no doubt about that. The one basketball team, the Knicks, is no good. But the other one, Brooklyn, they might be one of the favorites in the East next year when Kevin Durant gets to play with Kyrie Irving and the growth we saw from Karis LeVert and having Spencer Dinwiddie and DeAndre Jordan back. So there's some optimism there. And Steve Nash now is the head coach. How's that going to play? Because we know how great he was as a player. So don't think they're the worst just because it's by sheer volume of teams, number of teams they have, it's hard for them to be the worst because 10 teams have to be awful. So no action on them being the worst.
I will say this, if you're looking for the correct answer, it would be Minneapolis. Minneapolis, my friend, they have all 4 sports teams, but they never win. The Twins, 1 playoff series win since 92. The T-Wolves, 1 playoff appearance since 04. The Vikings, 0 Super Bowls. The Wild, 1 conference finals appearance after the Stars left town in 1993.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.